Being in a relationship with somebody who is emotionally unavailable, like an avoidant, is anxiety making. You're longing for a deep connection with this person. You want that emotional bond, and you're just not getting it. They give you breadcrumbs thinking that you're going to get it, and they probably love bomb you early on. But the true bond, the true connection was never formed, and you're chasing something that is always just out of reach. Emotional availability is a cornerstone of a healthy relationship. It is the foundation. And an emotionally available partner is not afraid to be vulnerable with their person. They're willing to open up. They're willing to talk about their feelings, their fears, their wants, their needs, their past, their present, and future desires. And they long to connect with their partner at a deep level and form a deep bond. Emotionally available partners are also receptive to feedback, to criticism. Even if it's something that they don't agree with, they want to hear their partner out. They will listen. And they care about their partner's wants and needs and feelings. They genuinely have investment in this. Just like they want their partner to care about their wants, needs, and feelings. And an emotionally available partner will not run away when there's a time of stress or crisis. They are there for their partner to lean on, to rely on. They are their rock. They are there to support them. They don't just run away when things get tough. And tough events, stresses, even disagreements, when those get worked through together, that can actually strengthen the bond, deepen the connection, deepen the emotional love and true connection. Avoidants, unfortunately, severe ones especially, are not able to do any of these things. They often came from families that don't talk about emotions at all. You don't talk about feelings in these households. So they learn to suppress their emotions rather than face them. Their feelings were often routinely dismissed. So they felt like they were rejected every time they talked about their wants and needs. So they learned to not express those. So they just don't get vulnerable with a partner. They don't talk about their feelings, wants, and needs. They keep it surface level only. So that true deep connection never forms on their end. They're not receptive to feedback. They're not receptive to criticism. That's because it pokes at a core wound that the avoidant has. The wound is defectiveness. They feel like they are a defective, unlovable person. This is because they were emotionally neglected as a child. They didn't receive the love and the nurturing that they needed. So they personalized it. And they figured it must be something wrong with them because that's the way a child perceives the lack of love. So when they receive criticism in a relationship, it confirms to them that they are defective, that they're not good enough, that they're not lovable. So they often get very, very defensive and shut down when a partner asserts any feelings, any criticism, wants, or needs. Because again, it pokes at that core wound of defectiveness. Avoidants also do not handle stress or crisis well. They're already having a baseline of stress just by being in the relationship. That's because they feel pressured by being in a relationship. They feel pressured to be vulnerable, available, give something of themselves, both emotionally and physically, to their partner. It causes them anxiety because they feel like they won't be able to live up to whatever the expectations of their partner is. So, when there's a stressor event, it just compounds the stress that the avoidant is already feeling. And typically they will look to stress dump. They can't cut out their family, their work, they can't cut out finances, but they can cut out the relationship. So they will remove the relationship, dump or discard the partner as a way to relieve stress for themselves. Ultimately, avoidants, until they work on themselves and heal, are emotionally unavailable people. And it is a very difficult person to be in a relationship with. And even if the relationship goes on for a length of time, that emotional bond, that deep bond, is never really formed because the avoidant has walls up and their partner is always on the other side of the wall.